Howdy everybody, happy Thursday. We're going to jump into winter weather pretty quickly here. Talk about the storms moving across the state of Texas, the rain moving across the Brazos Valley. We're going to focus mostly on tonight and early tomorrow morning, and then I'll walk you through the rest of the work week and into the weekend and how these things will clear out and when we will warm back up. We'll do this pretty quickly because Live at 5 starts here in the next 14 minutes, where Chief Meteorologist Max Crawford will have even more details for you. So as we go through this, if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I will answer them as quickly as possible. But let's jump in. So just kind of an update on the watches, warnings, advisories issued across the state that are still in effect. Everywhere that you see purple, which is most of the state right now, winter weather advisories. And then everywhere you see pink, so mostly along the Red River in northeast Texas, as well as up in the Panhandle, winter storm warnings are in effect. And that stretches really pretty far off into the eastern reaches of the U.S. as the storm is pushing off that way. So you'll see that here on live radar. All kinds of colors here. So we've got the purpley blue colors moving across the Red River. And again, most of Oklahoma and Arkansas now. That's snow falling. We've already seen multiple inches of accumulation in places like Sherman. I'm trying to think where else I saw these reports from now. I think we saw around 3 inches out of Denton. So some of the suburbs north of DFW gotten some more snow right around DFW. Think about an inch and a half is what we've seen so far. And now kind of more of a wintry mix settling into some liquid rain, sleet, and some freezing rain as well. Maybe a few flurries still. But this storm is pushing off to the north and east. And for us, we're seeing rain really just continue. Liquid rain, though it is cold rain. If we zoom in right along the I-35 corridor closer to Waco, we've seen some winter mix starting to pick up a little bit. So some sleet pellets, some flurries, mostly liquid rain still, but keeping close eyes on that as it's trying to duck a little bit further to the south. But again, for us, mostly just rain. And radar is starting to fill in a little bit, but not as widespread just yet, though I anticipate that will start to bill in a little bit more through the evening hours tonight. So just going to continue to be a gloomy, wet, cold, messy night where we don't expect all that much winter weather to head our way. We could see a few sleet pellets for northern and northeastern most counties, but accumulations are not expected. And really, it's a matter of temperatures. So if we look across southeast Texas right now, most temperatures are sitting in the mid to upper 30s, if not even in the 40s. Right now at O'Brien College Station, we're at 38 degrees versus if we zoom out, cooler temperatures obviously across the Panhandle, North Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, seeing sub-freezing temperatures, and now out of DFW at 33, so just above the freezing threshold, which is why we've seen less snow or rain starting to move their way. So watching all of these temperatures, especially as we head for the evening hours, obviously we're going to cool things down, and we'll talk about that here in just a second. But again, for the most part, we're just going to watch rain continually pretty gradually stream through from west to east across our 16 counties. I think that this may be a little bit more widespread of a look than what we're seeing through the early evening hours. And then we'll see that kind of taper off a little bit as we approach the overnight hours and then completely clear off to the east as we wake up on Friday morning. And then we're left with still cold temperatures, still gloomy, thick cloud cover overhead, and some breezy winds out of the north. So temperatures will look a little bit warmer than they have today, but we will also factor in a wind chill again tomorrow. So it will feel nice and chilly out there. In terms of how much rainfall we expect to get, anywhere from half an inch to an inch and a half. And we've already seen those totals start to tick up over the past about 2 hours, 3 hours now. Last I checked out of Eastwood, which was about an hour and a half ago, we had about a quarter of an inch. So we'll continue to update that. And we'll be sure to get a rain total story up online after the rain clears off tomorrow. So if you get a rain total in your backyard, feel free to send it to us. But ice impacts, again, accumulation not expected. But one thing that's interesting that we're going to watch are the overnight lows, because there are a few spots that have got a chance to dip just right around that freezing threshold. Right now it looks like Milam, Robertson, Leon, Houston, even Madison counties have a chance to be right around that 32-degree mark. Though with that being said, likely you won't dip at or below freezing for long, and then the surface level temperatures, our soil temperatures, will be much warmer than that. So again, even if we do see some wintry mix move our way, we're looking at our north and northeastern most counties, but little impacts are expected from anything that does fall. Of course, normal impacts with any rain that moves in, a little bit of slickness on the road as you commute home from work or to work tomorrow morning. So always a good idea to give yourself some extra time, increase that following distance. All safe practices. But in terms of winter weather, really we're just going to watch for elevated roadways, so bridges and overpasses, that's the highest risk. And even then, we're not overly concerned about it. They've already treated Highway 6. So just something to be, we're using an abundance of caution, I should say. But driving conditions should be good to go for the most part as you head to work tomorrow. But again, giving yourself extra time, just using extra safe driving practice is always a good idea. And the risk is going to increase for anyone that is heading out of the Brazos Valley and you're moving north. Still messy situation. I know DFW has canceled thousands of flights. I think they're still grounded because it's just icy up there. And we're going to continue to see that across North Texas and the Red River through the overnight hours as their temperatures take another dip. So if you have plans to head up that way, be sure you are checking in with the local forecast pretty frequently, because going to see some more, at the very least, rain move that way. And that's what we expect here. Mostly it's just liquid rainfall. So, sure I didn't miss any questions. Yeah, okay, so, yeah, below freezing up in Oklahoma, I believe it. You've got a lot of snow moving across the Sooner State right now, I see in the chat. Okay, I don't see any other questions, so I'm sorry this was pretty quick, but I'm going to wrap it up because we are about to start live at 5. We've got an article up on kbtx.com. We're keeping nice and fresh, and we've got updates in the app 24/7. And Chief Meteorologist Max Crawford's about to start his full forecast, so I'm going to step aside so you can catch that. But the extended forecast shows you that rain clears out tomorrow afternoon. Temperatures will take another dip Saturday morning, likely into the upper 20s. So a chilly start for the weekend, but then we'll climb out of the freezer slowly but surely back toward the 50s. And then things look a little bit warmer as we head toward next week, but not worried about any winter weather beyond that as well. So, okay, guys, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Thursday. Stay nice and warm. Stay inside if you can. Stay off the roads. Always a good idea because we are just still seeing quite a bit of rain stream in. So it's a good night to stay inside, watch a movie, bundle up because it's still nice and cold out there. Okay, I'm going to step aside again, and you guys can head over to Channel 3, check out Live at 5, or visit kbtx.com for even more details.